Hello, in this presentation, I will explain the automation process for creating differently sized variants of a part through Excel macro versus Catia user form. In the test folder are three files. First one in Excel containing data and a macro, second is the Catia VBA project containing an user form, and finally the Catia part template. In this part are defined several parameters, as presented. The part contains following parameters: length, string, integer, and angle, with single or multiple values, as you can observe. I will not show how these parameters were created, but only how they are related to the features. Next, I will open the Shaft 1 sketch, and here there are some dimensions, connected with parameters through a formula, as presented. Other parameters are connected with the thread description and depth, as presented. The hole diameter and the number of holes are connected to hole and circular pattern, as presented. After changing manually of these parameters, the part will be updated and can be saved as another one, with desired name. Next, I will show you how to automate the parameters update process, first through an Excel file, using a macro. In the Excel file, there is a picture showing all the parameters presented before, in the test part. The parameters have the same names, and are in the same order, as in the parts tree. But, before pushing the Update Catia Part button, I have to check if all object library references from Excel to Catia are selected. As you can observe, they are selected, so the macro contained in Module 1 can run as expected. In the Excel sheet, the cells containing parameters values can have individual content, or the cell content can be a formula linked to another cell content. After I set all the cell contents corresponding to parameters as I need, at Update button push, the parameters from Excel sheet are transferred through a macro to Catia part and update it. Next, I can save the part with a new name as generated in Excel file, or any other as I want. So, in the Excel file, I can keep records about new parts, and I can compare them lately, if I need another part, with dimensions between those values. Now, let me explain the macro code behind the button. Starting with the connecting code between Excel and Catia, then the code for detecting which type of Catia document is active. I will switch to Catia and select a drawing. Next I will run the macro, and a message will appear, as you can observe. At product file selection, after the macro is running, I will get almost the same message. I will open a new empty part, and run again the macro, then a message appears, indicating missing parameter. Back to the template file, and I will delete a parameter, and next I will run the macro again. The missing of the deleted parameter is detected by the message box. I will restore the initial Catia part, and show you the code inside the Excel macro, responsible for detection of missing parameters. If Catia active file is a part, then first, the macro checks if tenon_height parameter is contained in part tree. If not, the message will appear. If exists, then the macro will resume next. Same code detection is used for all existing parameters in the part. At the end, after all checks are passed, the Catia parameters are updated with the values contained in the Excel sheet, and after that, the part is updated. So, all Catia parameters will be updated, with the value in the each corresponding cell. Next, the code continues with detection of product and drawing file, and that's all. Next, I will present another way, but this time, using a VBA project, containing a user form. First, I need to load the VBA project, see presentation, next add on a custom toolbar a button, to launch the user form. From Commands tab, select Macros and assign to Module 1, a custom icon, then drag it to the desired toolbar, as presented. Next, click on the button, to launch the user form interface. After interface initialization, the Reset User Form button clears all combo and text boxes, as is presented. Using Tab knob, from the keyboard, allows to fill in values needed, in defined order, as is presented. At Apply Data, button push, the values filled in the user form are assigned to existing Catia part parameters. After that, automatically update of the part is applied. Some of text boxes can be highlighted to indicate a limit value, or to show a warning message if the value inserted is out of defined range. Next, I will open and explain to you the VBA project. Inside is a module launching the user form interface, linked to the green arrow button from Catia Custom Toolbar. Inside the user form is an image, text, and combo boxes corresponding to dimensions in picture, and also 2 buttons. At userform properties, in order to work properly, at show modal must be selected false. In properties window, at tab index, you can observe that they are in order, so using tab knob from keyboard, will switch the pointer from one to the next one. You can add other features, from menu, view, toolbox window. All the macro code is stored in the user form, so on right-click on it, then select View Code, the code is shown, as presented. At Initialize, are defined the possible values in drop-down list, together with default value from list, as index. Also here is defined a user form position on screen. The list box 1 is set to be automatically updated after combo box 1 change, and in user form it can't be edited. In same way, after text box 2 update, are defined with cases, ranges, and how to deal with input values, in each case, including background color, or message box if value is outside of defined valid range. In same manner, is the code for text box 3 and 4, after update. The user form is developed to work with a certain Catia part template, regardless of the part name. In the beginning, at Apply Data button push, first is check the active Catia document, if it is a part, a product, or a drawing. Next, for case part, the macro checks if all the parameters are contained in the active part. If not, a message will appear, indicating the missing one. After all these checks are passed, the macro will check if all text and combo boxes are filled with values in defined ranges. Only after all these checks are passed, the text and combo boxes values are assigned to existing part parameters, and then the part is updated. In case the active Catia document is a product or a drawing, a warning message box appears, asking to select a right part template. At Reset button push, the macro will empty the combo and text boxes, also will change the background color to white. If the user form is unfilled, message boxes will appear as presented, till all boxes will have right values. If all the parameters are defined, but the active document is a drawing, an error message will appear, asking for the right Catia part. Same situation, in case of a product. Now, each part variant can be saved with independently name, as required. All the code is stored in the user form, from initialize to data applying. So, you can use this example to create your own user forms, adapted to your needs and existing part template. Regarding VBA user form versus Excel worksheet, I will let you to choose, according to your needs and project complexity, where to use each solution. I hope you will find useful this presentation, and you can develop applications according to your needs. Till my next presentation, I wish you all the bests.